It is Sunday and it's time for my mental health vlog. And I am a bit exasperated. It has been a weekend that's just been packed full of stuff, so it's been kind of crazy. Let's see, what's going on this week? Um, so I'm chomping at the bits for my ex to get through the divorce paperwork, and I'm trying really hard to be, civil, but I did mention to him, and I haven't mentioned it to him at all in March because I've really been good. And I mentioned to him that, so next week is the last week of March. He's like, yeah. I said, and that is the time that you asked for to have all of your notes on the divorce paperwork. So I will be expecting those at the end of next week. I still need to finish going through those. I'm like, well, you have a week. So we shall see. I'm trying really hard to be optimistic that he'll be done with them because I'm just so ready to move on with this. It's ridiculous. We've been separated since October 2019 and still married, and I'm over it. But doing what I can and controlling what I can on that part, and trying to be very patient with the things that I can't control. I need that serenity. It's now. Let's see. Got to see my therapist in person on Wednesday, which I was so excited about. She moved away a couple of years ago, and we've been working virtually for a while. And she was coming in town for a meeting because she still belongs to a group here in the Houston area. So they were doing meetings and new team pictures and things like that. So she was in town, and it just happened to align with my, every 3-week window that we were going back to. So I was like, so, I took some extra time off from work and drove all the way across town, and it was so good to just give her a hug and just sit and talk and just, like I said, I'm really happy with where my life is right now, and I have a lot of joy and positivity and creative outlets and just super supportive people that I love so much, and I just where I am now versus where I was. And we talked about the fact that last week was my 180th vlog, and how much of a different person I am now than when I first started this journey, and how I was so grateful for her. And as we were going through and talking about all kinds of things, I kept talking about how I would think things through, and I'd throw it back to her. I'm like, because you taught me these tools. And then later on, I'm like, and this happened, and I was trying to look at it from this perspective because of how you taught me. And I was just amazed at how much I'm actually using the tools, and how when you actually use the tools you get the results you want. So I know I'm a broken record with this, but huge proponent of mental health. And if you don't think you need a therapist, you do. Everyone does. Therapists have therapists. It is really hard to navigate this life alone, even with people around you that love you and have the best intentions. They don't know everything, and even your therapist only knows what you share with them. But if you are open and honest and determined to better yourself, therapy is an essential tool for that. And like I just said, when you use the tools, you get the results. So take that for what it's worth. That's my 2 cents. This weekend has been insane. We picked up my son on Friday after work. I know we did something after we picked him up. We went and got dinner. What did we do? Oh, we went to Chili's. So we came home after picked him up. That's what it was. Normally we order pizza on Friday, but we couldn't because we were doing pizza on Saturday. And picked him up on Friday. We couldn't figure out what to do with dinner. It was really early, so we just came back to the house. We chilled for like half an hour. For my birthday, I got a gift certificate to Chili's for dinner. I don't eat there very often, but I was still very grateful for the gift. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to use it. So we went to Chili's, and my son has discovered that he likes steak. So he got like cheeseburger sliders and fries. That's what he wanted. And, my boyfriend and I got steak. So first he was like, "That's bloody." And I'm like, "Well, dude, honestly," I said, "it is very little blood, but it's mixed in with the juice of the meat. So really what you're seeing is just juice that's just tinted pink. It's not really blood per se." Um, so he wanted to try a piece that was like on the very end that was gray, that was cooked all the way through. And I was the same way when I was his age. Like, I didn't, no, blood, ew, gross. And if I got a steak with my family, it was like, well done. And of course, my parents thought I was insane for, massacring meat. So he tried it, and he really liked it. First off, my son doesn't try new things. Seldom, no matter how hard we try, he doesn't try new things. He's like, "That's really, really good." So, and, we were continuing to eat, talking about trying new things and steak and whatnot, and how I was so proud of him for trying something new. And then he's like, "Can I try one of the other pieces?" And that was more pink, like in the middle. And I'm like, "Absolutely." So I cut him a small piece, and he tried it, and he's like, "It's a little chewy." I'm like, "Well, it's TGI Fridays. It's Chili's. It's not amazing steak. It was good." But he's like, "I really like that." I'm like, "Well, excellent to know." I said, "And next time we're having steak, we won't have to make you something else. We can make you a little steak." So never ever, I use this word a lot. I was gobsmacked because I was just so astounded that he tried something new and liked it. And by the way, Chili's is like his new favorite place to eat because that's just what he's decided. I need more gift cards. So that was Friday, and Friday actually was a lot of fun because he was in a great mood. We had a great dinner. We stopped and got cookies at the American Cookie Company, whatever. We said we'll treat for ourselves, and then we came home and we got showers and went to bed and whatnot. No argument, no fight, no fuss, no nothing. And we really weren't too far behind him as far as going to bed because we had to get up early Saturday morning because my son had a STEAM thing at work, and STEAM is science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. We had no idea what it was. I just knew that he had a project, he had to be there, and I had to stay with him. And I couldn't get much out of him. I couldn't get much out of my ex. My ex didn't really know anything either. So we didn't know what to expect when we got there. Oh my God, it was so cool. They had like 3D printers, and it was like this huge science fair and geography fair, and it was just so cool. There were so many things that all the kids had done from different grades, and I learned a lot just going from place to place. And they had art from the kids' music program that were performing. We had drummers and guitarists and students singing, which was it was so cool. So that was a lot of fun. But a little bit of scheduling overlap because my boyfriend had promised another friend of ours to show them a house because he's still doing real estate on the side. So I'm like, "Well, we have this, so one car." So he dropped my son and I off at the school, and then he went to go help with the real estate stuff. So then we Ubered home from the school. So my boyfriend was supposed to be done, so we had enough time to do the gym because scheduling has been a little crazy this week, and we haven't had time to go to the gym since Monday. And I'm that person now, like I need to go to the gym. I hate that I'm that person now, but I'm that person now. He's like, "Well, we didn't like the first house, so we're going to a second house." So they weren't going to get home in time for us to do anything because at 5:00, this weekend is so crazy. Two of our friends and their 3 boys were coming over for a kids' play date. We were initially like all of us, the adults and kids, going to play like Mario Kart and Super Mario Party and just play stuff together and have a great time, just so basically the kids could kind of hang out and have fun, because they hadn't met each other yet. We gave the kids pizza, and then they all like just hid in Joshua's room, my son's room, for the rest of the night. We just didn't see them again. But they had a blast. And then today, my son spent some time FaceTiming and playing Minecraft with one of the boys from yesterday. So I was thrilled that they had a good time. After the game night last night, my son went to bed, and again, we weren't too far after him because we were exhausted, and had to get up again early this morning to meet my nephew, who is in the process of driving cross country for a move, and we were lucky enough that he was stopping through Houston, and this is the nephew that my son is super close to. He calls his uncle because he's super close to him, and I love that. So I was really excited. He was super. When I told my son we were having breakfast with him on Sunday, he was super excited, and he brought his dog with him because of course he's traveling. So we had breakfast this morning at a place called Snooze in Katy. So we had to get up early and go there. Breakfast with him was wonderful. It's always so good to see family, and this is my sister's son through marriage and adoption, and I just could not be prouder of the man that he has turned into. He and his brother both. I could not be more proud of the men that they have grown into. It's so rewarding to see those little kids just grow up into, one of them's married and trying to have a family, and the other one is just furthering his education, and it's so awesome. It just makes me feel like super excited to see what my son is going to grow into. But anyway, breakfast was wonderful. I loved seeing him, getting big hugs. I was sad that it was so short, but the timing it was what it was. Because after breakfast, we had to go and pick up a rental U-Haul. I had an appointment to pick up the U-Haul today at 11:30 because we were buying a new couch today, or buying someone else's couch to replace the one that we have, because it was just a really nice couch and it's a really good deal and it was pretty, and it was time for something new. And U-Haul made the appointment and confirmed the appointment, and then yesterday I kept getting texts saying, "Oh, we've moved your appointment to a different location. Click here to confirm." And it would be completely an hour outside of town the wrong way at 4 in the afternoon. I'm like, well, no. So I had the option to keep current reservation. I'm like, yep. I did that 3 times because they kept moving me, and eventually I just canceled. Obviously they don't have the equipment, so then I contacted Budget, and we went to Budget today, and there was one dude who was working there. He was probably overwhelmed to be by himself. The truck we made a reservation for was broken, so they gave us a bigger truck, which I don't want, for the same price. I don't like driving the big trucks. I've dented and banged a couple of them up just to the point where I've decided I'm not allowed to drive those trucks anymore. So my boyfriend's like, "I'll drive." I'm like, "Thank you." So we left our car in the lot, and because they close at 1 today, so I figured, I'll just bring the car back after hours, drop the key, get our car, and just go. Makes no sense to take both vehicles. As we're almost to where we're supposed to pick up the couch, I get a call, and it's the Budget people saying, "You left your car in our lot." I'm like, "Well, yeah, because we're gonna bring the truck. Well, we lock our lot at 1 o'clock, so your car will be stuck here." And it's 12:15. So then my son and I had to Uber because we only had the truck for so long. So my boyfriend, he's like, "Well, I'll get the couch with the people that we're buying it from. No problem. You go handle the car, get the car, and I'll meet you at the house. We can unload the couch." So my son and I Ubered again this weekend back to the place, and I'm like, "You heard us talking about leaving the car here, and you totally told us that we could do after-hour drop-off. You've never told us that the lot would be closed down and locked." So I'm like, "So how do you expect us to do after-hour drop-off?" "Oh, you just park it in front of the gate, the chain, and then just put the key in the box here." Okay. Got the car, came back to the house. Boyfriend arrived with U-Haul or Budget, unloaded very heavy, double reclining, very pretty blue leather sofa, and then we returned the U-Haul, and then we got haircuts because that was necessary. And then we came home, and we're like, "We're supposed to go to the gym today." And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I have no energy left today." He's like, So we took a nap instead, and then woke up and started putting the living room back together and working on some plugs and wiring because we had to undo a whole bunch of stuff because the house is wired and smarter than I am. And then here I am doing my vlog. My work has been very busy this week. Actually, no, that's not true. My 9 to 5 job has been very, very slow this week. I'm kind of at a waiting point where I can't do anything until either the developers or the business give me pieces. So I'm just kind of in flux on some stuff. But I have been very, very busy in my FD studio, which is my patch shop. Huge orders have come in for that, several huge orders back to back. So it's a little overwhelming, but I'll get it done, no problem. And then I've been having so much fun on my Burley Bottom Designs side business. Getting still a lot of traction, getting a lot of people who have bought the products who are showing it off. Got some more sample products that I can wear around to get the attention. Actually had a friend of ours that was like interested in selling our stuff at gay events like gay campgrounds or like Pride or things like that. So they're coming up with some concept or idea, and they're going to reach out to us on that. So I have no idea where that's going to go. We'll see. I'd love to do that full time. I'd love to sell that stuff full time if I could make money off it like that, because God knows I'm having a blast with it. I really am. It's just fun, and it's cool, and it's bold, and it's colorful, and it's loud, and it's big, and it's me. It really is just me. So having a lot of fun with that, and that's been very healthy for me. Let's see. My birthday shoes for my son came in. Oh my God, they're so cool. Are they still here? Oh no, they're not. He bought me some shoes for my birthday that they didn't have in stock, so I get to do a custom pair, and they're like red Cruella de Vil, like red, black, and the Dalmatian spot. Oh my God, they're so cool. I can't wait to wear them. Those came in this week. We took a little money and had the house cleaned this week, like deep cleaned, which we really, really needed. So that was nice, but I felt trapped in my office all day long. Couldn't even like leave to go to the bathroom unless I really, really had to, but it was nice to have the house cleaned. That's it. I'm telling y'all, this week was crazy. Oh, and on Monday, I had the mechanic or the body shop, the mobile body shop, come out and fix the car. You can't even tell that I ever backed into a tree last Friday, ever. It was perfectly clean and fixed and brand new on Monday. So, Car Body Lab, mobile body shop, 10 out of 10 recommend using them. They're amazing. That's it. That's all I got. I love you guys. Check on your friends. Make sure they're doing okay. Check on me. After this week, I'm not sure I'm doing okay. Check on your friends. Make sure they're doing okay. I have some I haven't heard from in a while, so I'm excited to reach out to them and find out, where they are, how they're doing. Check on your loved ones. Spend time with them if you can. Breakfast once a week if you can. I mean, just breakfast with my nephew this morning was amazing. I loved it. So, and I'm happy that he's about to see some more family on his journey. So, check on yourself. I'm a wreck after this week, and I'm tired. So I took a nap. When I'm hungry, I eat. Self-care is still important, very important, especially when you're running around being crazy. And I will see all you guys next week. Bye.